you can use any term you want, retreat or not renewing our efforts here post 2014. You can say it any way you want, but what I'm saying is unless we have the security of an agreement to protect our forces, then we'll have no choice. We will not be able to stay.
So he says there, unless we have the security of an agreement to protect our forces. Kevin, what does he mean by that?
I think he's talking mostly about diplomatic immunity, and this was the problem in Iraq, and the reason why we don't have any U.S. forces in Iraq right now. The U.S. demands diplomatic immunity for its troops, that if they commit a crime, they'll be tried in American courts and not Afghan courts. And President Karzai has always he's vacillated back and forth over the last few years and the last few months over whether he's willing to grant this. And now that question has become a part of many other larger questions that Karzai has about what the U.S. forces will be doing on the ground in 2014, and his own sort of paranoia about his legacy. And so I think this agreement, which, as the Colonel said, will have huge repercussions when it comes to what the Americans do, and sort of Afghan public confidence in the future of their own country, remains in sort of great uncertainty at the point.
And Colonel Karzai very much playing hardball here, right? He is saying that he wants to see Afghans released from Gitmo. He also wants to see some negotiations with the Taliban. What is his strategy? What is his game?
Well, he's playing all sides against the middle. I mean, he's trying to enter into a relationship with the Iranians, for goodness sake. I mean, he has been the consummate king of brinksmanship regarding our relationship. And to be blunt, it's all about Karzai all the time. So I think what you're seeing here is him trying to get the best benefit for it's not so much about the Afghan people. He's done things which I think have upset the Afghan people a number of times. I think he's a big problem. So the honest answer is I don't think there's any clear indication of what he's going to do any given day based on the fact he's very erratic. He actually, I think, does what he can to really benefit himself most of all. The thing we need to do is actually define what we want to achieve here. And again, I've talked to General Dunford. I've talked to members of Congress and the staffs. I kind of know what we'd like to accomplish. The problem is this: there's no clear path there based on the complete chaos we're seeing regarding Karzai. There's going to be elections next year in 2014, so according to the current Constitution, he cannot stand for re-election. There's some real questions about a Karzai clone coming in. What does that mean? So I don't think there's any clear understanding of what he's going to do any given day, which really adds to the stress. I can tell you for a fact of the Pentagon and pretty much anyone else who's trying to deal with it.